So I know we've been to Sweden a couple times on the esports side.
Okay, so Season 2 is a Swedish operator, map rework is consulate, and then a permanent arcade playlist.
I think
it's a W.
Let's roll the clip. We're going back to
Okay, did you see the rework, Osmo, for consulate? Look at this shit.
Good.
Just watch it. It looks fucking phenomenal, bro.
Big changes to it.
Like, it looks so good.
Time they reworked this trash ass map.
Look at this shit, bro.
It's gonna take them 2 seasons, though.
The way that the bomb sites behave, the
Holy
variety
fuck,
of the
this
ways
looks
that
so
you can
good.
attack it or defend it. Also,
Genuinely looks so
another
good.
really important thing too is for attackers to have a safe avenue to approach the building.
Look at that. The garage rework, bro. Oh my god.
Coming season 2, the world team has been working incredible.
Garage, right?
Okay, let's see what else.
Right?
So we talked about permanent.
Yeah, permanent arcade modes.
Yeah, what is it about
Quick
South
Match
Korea
2.0 and a
there that is
Korean
getting
operator
you
again.
excited?
So it's again a little old, a little new. This is a new chance for an operator to kind of shine beside Vigil and Dokkaebi, tell those stories. And again, our South Korean community is so vocal, so passionate, we had to go back.
And one of the things that I like is getting into matches and just
Alright.
going into matches very fast. Joshua.
Okay, and
what
the Quick
update
Match
is going to
2.0.
bring us-
So, Osmo, from what I heard, the Quick Match 2.0 is basically gonna just get you into matches faster, and their whole premise is going to be, like, they you know, they've been working on bots. Basically, they're just gonna make it to where if you can't find, you know, you're gonna be fighting matches like 10 seconds, but it's gonna have bots until other people join it. So, it's gonna be a W. I think it's a
We
W.
have one more season to go, right?
Siege.
But it gets even better.
Player protection.
Let's say, yeah, you gotta hear this shit, guys. So, basically, they're gonna be changing the reputation system. Mousetrap, reputation penalties, reputation system, and data bans. So they're gonna be doing manual bans more. They're doing more bans because of data. There's gonna be other detections, so they're not actually releasing all of the things with PC side of things. They're keeping a lot of things under wraps. There's gonna be a lot more reputation penalties. So like one of the penalties I saw is when you get your comm banned or whatever, and there's also gonna be a whole new reputation system at the end of matches, kind of like an Overwatch, when you can vote or throw like you can like upvote people for certain things. Like, oh, this guy was a great teammate. GG. This was like a commendations. They're putting that into that, and then when you have a bad reputation, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna be just a couple games. It's gonna be 30 games that you'll be comm banned, text chat banned. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna really change toxicity, in my opinion. And then they're gonna be focusing more on anti-cheat and security measures this season, or like this next like 3 seasons. But they're not letting us know what they're doing. I think it's just because they're trying to deter cheaters, from what I understand. And then the new security measure is called QB. There's not a lot known about it. I don't really know what. Well, I think QB is like every time you launch the game, it's a different version of R6. I think that's what QB is. I think they're just going to be expanding and evolving that security measure, from what I understand.
So there's 8 iterations of the game.
Correct. Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes. And they've already seen making cheats. Making cheats has gotten way more expensive, and cheaters have gone down because they have data on all that, and they said that private cheats are still up, sadly, but like main cheats and the cost of developing said cheats has gone way up. So that is huge. And then here's the commendations. See, like times 324. Friendly fire, negative 20%. So like they're gonna be changing how much damage you receive if you have like if your reputation is high. So you'll be getting less friendly fire. So if you shoot somebody, you'll be doing less damage to yourself. Or less damage to them is what I understand. And then you'll be getting like different boosters. So you get like renown boosters, XP boosters, and other things. Battle pass boosters. And then you'll also be able to get depending on how this works, I assume that your reputation collection will go, you know, so you'll be able to get things that are a part of the reputation, like Bravo packs or just regular alpha packs.
I gotta quit telling people they blow.
Yeah, you should. Another thing that they're adding is the privacy mode is going to be added to console. That is huge.
Comes down to
Well, we're already seeing it with QB.
Because they can't
that's
just
been
change their name every 30 days.
Correct. So they're actually adding that. So that's absolutely huge.
released. We're
They
seeing
have to keep their name.
cheaters losing faith in the cheats
here you
that
go.
they're buying, and that's exactly what we want to see. On top of that, we're already seeing that it's becoming more expensive to develop cheats for Siege, and that's where we want to be in year 8, to make sure it's impossible to build up this kind of momentum on the cheater side.
and that means that there are multiple tools, as we saw Emmanuel talk about.
That's right. You've seen, again, this is
Alright, what
in-house
else?
tech we're building, QB Mousetrap.
Yep.
We're also reinforcing it with new initiatives.
This is all just
And
huge.
seeing-
Everything we want to
Alright.
commend
Next.
our team.
Let's see.
mates
So
for
so
doing
here's the what the accommodation's gonna look like after the game. You can also send GGs to the opposing team, which is I believe is just like a GG accommodation to the entire team. But I think this will be a good ad, to be honest. As long as you can't do a negative one, because then people will just spam that towards streamers or whatever.
good job making
Oh yeah, and they're also adding this other update that they're adding to like practice modes is insane. Basically, you'll have aim labs in game, so you have tracking, grid shot, all that stuff within Siege.
Also,
That is huge.
More to the
Yeah, here it is.
Huntress fantasy. What can you tell us there?
So yeah, we're actually revisiting Frost, specifically her welcome mat.
I think this is a
And
dog
what
shit
that
change.
means is right now, many of our players can find themselves in a situation where they have been welcomed into, say, welcome mat, and then they're stranded and stuck. Well, again, about empowering both sides of the fight here, players will be
Listen.
able to get themselves up. The catch here is that when we talk about making any changes like this to try to remove frustration, we want to make sure that we're empowering both sides. So in this case, Frost will actually be able to track you down because you will not be able to sprint. You will leave a
Oh,
blood
it's
trail,
so
and those
funny.
defenders will still be able to get you. It'll still take time to get out of that trap, but she can still hunt you down.
You're gonna fucking be
That
a
sounds
blood
pretty
trail?
cool.
Oh,
It's
hell
really
no.
Yeah,
looking like
and you
this
can't
is
run.
The fantasy of it all, and we gotta get in to season 3
Frost is gonna be OP.
because season
I can already
3
see the
is
blood
bringing,
trail glitch.
a new
Motherfuckers gonna have blood
defender
trails when they do her
gadget
Frost map.
to the game. What can you tell us about this?
So we have
No,
a new
here's
defender
what the
secondary
cheaters are
gadget
gonna
coming
do.
to
They're
the
gonna
game called
make
the observation
the blood
blocker, and
trail
this thing is
like a
built
ghost, and they're
around
gonna
Yeah, that
be
looks
invisible.
wrong, just saying. Bro has a snail trail.
Blood trail running at you.
So their observation tools will.
Oh yeah,
have
this
to
is
work a little bit
huge. I
harder to
completely
find-
forgot about this. A new observation blocker gadget being released with season 3 might come out earlier. They said this is just like their this is just a rough
set up and
roadmap.
bounce on the attackers with.
But this is huge.
Now with this, this defender gadget, can you tell
I
us
think
a
that's
little bit
dumb.
more
I
about
think it's huge.
how it works exactly?
Yeah, so you actually can take it and deploy it
Just
onto
watch.
the floor, and when you do, it'll actually expand fairly
Yeah,
far out. It'll
literally,
cover a door area,
you
but
just
much
can't
bigger
see it through
beyond
on a
that.
drone.
And again, it stops any
But
you watch.
observation
see
tool
through
from
it
being
as a
able to see
person.
through
Yep.
it.
So it goes out, and it'll be a
Alright, sounds
gadget
pretty
that
cool.
it'll be
Now,
3 of them.
For this,
that,
which
anybody-
defenders,
I think there's a
which operators are
handful of
gonna be
people.
targeted for this,
Look at that.
Alex?
So you can see it here. The drone can't see through the blocker.
I think
and
it's huge.
that works great with operators
This
like
game's all
Maestro,
about
who
information that you can
zap a
gather.
drone that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
know
also
on
about
the
counter
other side,
information,
or
preventing
for
the
an
enemy
operator
from
like
getting
Mozzie,
information.
who can be waiting on the other
interesting
side
is
of an
that
observation
it's huge.
blocker
I think
and
this will
then
be
pounce
insane.
on it and capture it. Working on these kind of synergies means that these defenders will make good use of the observation blocker.
All right. Now this next update coming for season 4 is getting Joshua really excited because
just on
it is
drones,
gonna
right?
bring
Not like-
more ways
Just on drones,
just
not
on
as a
drones.
person.
in how we engage with shields. So tell us about
Yeah, the shield rework looks
rework.
absolutely
We're remaking
massive.
shields, fundamentally. So what we're doing there is we're looking at the dance that we see in the game where you're trying to melee the shield to get a shot at the feet and stuff like that. That doesn't feel like you're an empowered elite operator. It doesn't feel tactical. So we're looking into that and revisiting that. This idea where right now you're hip firing and you're missing every shot, or you hip fire and get that lucky headshot, again, doesn't feel very good on either side of that shield. So we're looking into that and adjusting everything. In the case, we're actually bringing the gun in behind the shield. So that's going to make you more
Fucking
defended and more
sick.
able to work with your team better. Reload behind the shield. And also turn your head.
Yeah, dude, you can turn your head on a shield, bro. That is major.
Lots of excitement here for that. But you're not done yet, Joshua.
So any adjustment we do to any operator or gadget, we have to think about both sides of that fight. So yes, this is making shields a force to be reckoned with, but when you face a shield, you will have more tools in your arsenal to be able to handle it. So at both sides, you can be confident, but I recommend you keep them at range.
Yeah, watch this.
Hand controls is
You could
pretty wild,
Oryx
as
fucking
you can tell,
knock them
everyone's
down.
getting
That's insane.
super hyped about
Absolutely
it.
insane.
How does this work with engaging and working with navigating your gadgets?
So when we're talking about a shield user with their gadgets, it's about being
I
that,
kinda like that
wall,
rework.
that
I love
defense
it. It looks
structure
so
for your
good.
Team. And as we can see, you can turn your head to the side, the left,
The
and right
head
one,
the
and
head
you can deploy
turning,
your
the
secondaries.
the
So
knocking
hold
them
the line in
down,
front
it's
of
all
you,
huge.
throw your
It's
smoke
all
grenade
huge.
To your left, cover that line, and then
Why do
start
every
pushing
time
forward.
I watch shit like this, I just see the potential bugs in it?
Yep.
Oh,
And
that's
Making sure that
it's just a dingus.
reliability.
that
Love the
console
knockback.
players
The
will
knockback is
get
awesome.
some
So yeah, console players are getting a huge, basically buff. They're going to be able to change all of their controls. They can lean without ADSing now. And everything is completely customizable on console now.
love too.
Absolutely. We're bringing presets. So
Yeah, some
multiple
presets.
that allow you to
And then you
play
can
the
just
game differently,
completely
have more
switch up
control.
your entire
But
thing.
Going beyond that,
Yeah.
Bro,
control
please,
remap.
for the love of God,
Yes,
Ubisoft, make it where you can
it is,
favorite
you know,
your
it's great that you're
skins
talking about
and
that because
shit.
it could sometimes feel
Okay.
limiting
You and SMG's
playing
Discord,
on
yeah.
PC.
That's
with,
so
you know,
just
and you're hearing
it
that
out,
as well.
What's up, Loco?
So
This is
how
such a
is
W,
it gonna
bro.
get
This
more
is huge.
comfortable there? You talked
Console
about
players
the
are getting the love
layout,
that they
but something
deserve.
else is coming.
You know, PC
Well,
players
ultimately,
are getting the
we're
love.
talking about remapping
We
these
they just
controls
need
to
to
give
they
our
need to
players
start
the same control
hitting
that
it
their PC
harder, man.
counterparts have as